Yes, my good people, welcome back to the channel. I am Jay London. This is FPL of the day. Blank game week is done. It's finished now. We can park that to one side. In this video, it is all about the ultimate wildcard guide for game week 13 and beyond. The World Cup is coming around real soon. I know a lot of you saved your wildcard for game week 13. I'm envious about that. So I've put together the ultimate draft to help you guys. And even if you haven't got your wildcard, this should help you out with some transfer decisions and all of that stuff as well. Before we jump in, before we dive in, as always, please do hit that subscribe button, leave a little like, and then let's do it. The ultimate wildcard draft for game week 13 and beyond. So, as always, before we can do anything, before we can start picking players or anything like that, we need to have a look at the fixture. So, here we go. Here we have it. You can find loads of these floating around. Fixture tickers all over Twitter, social media and all of that, or just the FPL website, which is the one that I've used for this one here. If you start having a look at some of the green bits, I mean, I don't fully agree with this 100% of the time, but it's a nice little guide. So you can see that Crystal Palace have got some nice green fixtures: Everton, Southampton, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Fulham and Bournemouth, targeting some of those teams at the bottom of the table, in the trenches, like Nottingham Forest. Yeah, they just don't seem to be performing really well. They're keeping like no clean sheets very rarely and just conceding a lot of goals. So yeah, we're going to be trying to get in as many players as we can to fit in those fixtures. I've also only done this up to game week 16 because, as you know, after that we get unlimited transfers after the World Cup. So we don't need to be thinking about anything after that until Christmas. Hopefully this keeps you covered between now and game week 16. So yeah, Crystal Palace looks nice. Everton looks good as well, but I just don't trust them. I really don't. So I'm not really going to be putting any players in from there. Spoiler alert. Chelsea, I like the look of Kepa. I mean, in game week 11, he made some incredible saves, and I'm assuming that should keep him in goal for the rest of the season, for the foreseeable future, at least until we can start making those unlimited transfers just before Christmas. Other teams that look quite good are Liverpool. Yep, loads of people still doubting them. Up and down. They have got Nottingham Forest in their next game, so yeah, that is definitely one to target. Salah in, Salah out is something that we're going to be discussing very soon. And then yeah, just take it in, because this is something that obviously you need to know and you need to be having a look at to be planning your wild card before you start picking players. It's crazy that so many people actually just put players in for like 1 or 2 game weeks and don't look at the fixtures throughout the rest of the time and down the line. So yeah, take that in, have a little look, and then let's just get to the good part. Let's start picking the ultimate wildcard draft. Let's go. So here we go. As you can see, I've started with the keeper and the bench, so you can see that straight away. I'll let you know now as well, there is 0.6 in the bank. So yeah, there is a little bit of room for freedom and maneuvering and all of that stuff. So Kepa is the keeper of choice just because he's just really good value. 4.5, I think he is at the time of recording. Playing for a Chelsea team that we don't expect to concede too many goals going forward. And yeah, as I said, for 4.5, it's unbelievable value. So yeah, he's definitely going to be the keeper of choice. Playing Man United, which isn't the easiest fixture in game week 13. We know this, but as I say, I really cannot ignore that value, and I really do like the look of him. Save points as well, and all of that stuff. On the bench, our backup is going to be Ward, not because I respect him, not because I rate him, but he is like one of the cheapest playing keepers that we can have as backup in case Kepa doesn't keep his place and Mendy does come back. Andreas is another person who I just think is really good value. I mean, we've all had him in our teams from the start because of that, and he's come away with quite the odd return here and there. So yeah, I'm not looking to shift him on. I think for his price, he's probably still the best person there. White and Gahey on the bench as well. Again, just 2 cheap defenders that we know are pretty much going to be playing. Looking at those fixtures that we did at the start of the video, I'm happy with an Arsenal player and I'm happy with a Crystal Palace defender as well. Not expecting them to play too many games because the rest of our team, you'll see, should actually be starting pretty much every single game week. But yeah, it's nice to have him on the bench, and Arsenal do look to be keeping like quite a few clean sheets here and there. So yeah, if you do want to cover that, you've got Ben White there and you do have Gahey as well. So with that in mind and staying with defenders, our 3 of choice that are on the pitch look something like this: Cancelo, Trippier and Gomez. So I can hear you already. Gomez, really? I just think Liverpool are getting quite a hard time. It's only a matter of time before they actually go on a run and they start keeping clean sheets and just beating teams again. And I think that run is about to come. So playing against Nottingham Forest is already a great start for Gomez, I think. The fact that he's 4.5, and if he doesn't play, we've got our bench to cover that. I just think it's really, really nice cover, because I'm not interested in touching Trent just yet. Maybe when we come back from the World Cup and we hit Christmas again, then maybe someone like Trent might be in the conversation again. But for now, I just think like Gomez is going to be really good value, and he can cover that. Trippier, I think, is our Trent between now, game week 13 and 16. Attacking returns, clean sheets here and there. I mean, sometimes he's even keeping clean sheets because he's coming off before Newcastle have conceded, which is just gold. And Cancelo is not going anywhere because, he's one of the best players in the game. It's ridiculous that he is even like the price that he is, because he's getting forward more than we expected, or maybe you did expect him to do this. He's keeping clean sheets, and he's playing in the Manchester City side that have Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland. So yeah, any crosses that go into the box and any attacking returns, Foden's there as well. There's just no question. Cancelo is always going to be in the team. So moving on to midfield, the question is it going to be Mohamed Salah? Is he back? Is he in our teams? Is he one that we need to be talking about again? I mean, I kind of gave you a clue. I said that Liverpool's playing Nottingham Forest in game week 13. So, of course, Mohamed Salah is back. Now, this isn't because I feel like Mohamed Salah is going to go on and score hat-tricks every single game week. No. It's because Liverpool's fixture run are quite good, and I feel like Foden can cover Kevin De Bruyne. The way that Foden's been playing of late, there's a danger that him and Kevin De Bruyne have got the same amount of rest due. So I think like if Foden's going to miss a game, then De Bruyne is going to miss a game, and maybe not at the same game week, but I just think it will tally up anyway. Pep, hopefully. So for his price, Phil Foden, I just think, again, it's just unbelievable value. Another reason why Martinelli's in there as well. And then that leaves us quite a little bit of cash to play with. So Mohamed Salah is going to be Liverpool's best attacking threat, right? We could be talking about the forwards, but we will talk about them in a bit. The guys that I already have up front, Haaland, obviously, is going to be one of them. I think could be better value than having someone like Firmino or Nunes, because, again, there's a lot of rotation risk there. So Salah, we know he's going to play every game. Playing Nottingham Forest in game week 13. He's on penalties as well. If we get tired of him by the time that we get to game week 16, then we can just slack him off, get rid of him, and never talk about him again. Zaha's kept his place because of those Crystal Palace fixtures. Again, I just feel like he has been a little bit of a troll for a lot of us that wildcarded in game week 8 or 9, but he's not been too bad. He's got a few returns, a couple of returns, whether that be assists and not goals. But yeah, he's ticking along. So those fixtures that he's got coming up, I just think it's just a matter of time before he scores and gets us a few more points. To conclude, we've got Cancelo doubled up with Foden there, Manchester City assets. Salah's back in the team. Martinelli is going to stay there, got so much money tied up in him, and I just think, again, great value. Gomez, another great value player, and Trippier looks really, really good going forward this season, and I can just predict a few more Newcastle clean sheets. Yeah, so really happy with this, happy with the way that it looks so far. Let me know down in the comments now before I reveal the strikers if you like the look of this, and then I'm going to show you that it is, of course, Haaland, and Gabriel Jesus is back, and so is Mitrovic. So Mitrovic is the one that obviously has a question mark over his head. I do quite fancy having someone like Harry Kane, but obviously I can't afford him. It's a choice between him and Salah. Ivan Toney is not a bad shout as well. But again, Fulham's fixtures aren't too bad. And I just feel like Mitrovic is probably more reliable out of all of the people that are around his price point. Yes, we can talk about Samaka. Yes, we can talk about Bamford. Yes, we can talk about Aubameyang. But again, it's a little bit of rotation risk there. I just feel like Mitrovic is probably the safest bet between now and game week 16. Haaland, I don't even need to talk about him. Come on, guys. And Jesus, I was really looking forward to getting him back in my own team once the fixtures came back to game week 13 and beyond. And I just feel like yeah, he's just going to score a hell of amount of points between now and game week 16. That's my prediction, because he's in an Arsenal team that's playing really well and everything is going through him and Saka. I know Saka's been doing really well at the moment, and he's a guy that we could try and squeeze in there, maybe instead of Martinelli or Zaha. But I think this just gives a nice balance to the team. And if you get fed up with him and you want to take someone like Jesus out, then you can. You've got the freedom to do that. The cash is there, and you can easily switch him to someone like a Havertz or a Aubameyang, if that is the case, if you want to do that a little bit later on down the line. So there we go. There we have it. That is the ultimate wildcard for game week 13. Of course, players that we are thinking about, there's so many of them. I mentioned quite a few there, but yeah, let me know down in the comments below if there's anyone that you're thinking about, anyone that's missing from this team. Of course, it would be great to have some Spurs assets in there. Those are the only guys that I'm going to be fearing if I went with a wildcard draft that looked exactly like this. Let me know down in the comments below what you feel about this draft. Do you feel like we're making a mistake without going with someone like Trent Alexander-Arnold? Should Harry Kane and Son, are they vital? Are they essential to the wild card? Let me know down there what you're feeling. Leave a little thumbs up. And as always, if you've made it to the end of this video, please do hit that subscribe button. I will see you on the other side, whether you're wild carding or not. Hopefully this video has helped, because yeah, we all know that we've got quite a few transfers that we need to make, and some bits that we need to fix, especially if we're not wild carding after that blank game week. So yeah, good luck, and I'll see you on the next one. All right.